Okay, device management. Device management is where the multiple peripheral devices or the devices which are connecting externally to the computer. Actually, these devices need to communicate with each other, right? For an example, if you plug pen drive need to communicate with your hard disk, maybe with your processor, with your screen. So, but these electronic devices, they have no sense about the other electronic device. එක device එකක් තව device එකක් අඳුරන්නේ නැහැ. So if pen drive knows another pen drive, then you should be able to transfer from one pen drive to another pen drive without plugging into the computer now. නේද? pen drive දෙක යාලා දන්නවා නම් එක pen එකක් අනිත් pen එක ළඟ තියලා අපිට මොන හරි කරලා wires දෙකක් ගැට ගාලා file transfer කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. But we cannot do like that. We have to connect that to the computer and then only we can transfer the files. So these devices are using something called device drivers. These devices are using something called device drivers. So what is device driver? What is a device driver? What is a device driver? Yes. Okay, when you install a new printer or when you install a new, maybe a new some kind of peripheral. When you plug the pen drive, what will happen? Do we need to install something or it will be automatically detected? When you plug a pen drive, do we need to install something or will it be automatically detected? Pen එකක් ගැහුවම මේක install කරන්න ඕනද නැත්නම් auto detect කරනවද? pen එකක් ගැහුවා කියලා.
auto detect කරනවා.
auto detect කරනවා. So those are called plug and play. හේතුව ඒකට අදාළ drive එක operating system එකේම තියෙනවා. හැබැයි සමහර ඒවා එහෙම නැහැ. printers වගේ දේවල් plug කරාම ඒකට වෙනම software එකක් දාන්න ඕනේ. දැන් format කරාම එහෙමත් computer එකේ අලුතෙන්ම operating system එක දැම්මම drivers දාන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට තමයි hardware අඳුරගන්නේ. hardware software අඳුරගන්නේ. ඉතින් එහෙනම් driver software එක තමයි මේ අතරමැදිය. ඒක system software එකක්. හරියට වාහනයක් තව තැනකට යන්නේ නිකන් යන්න බෑනේ. driver කෙනෙක් ඕන වගේ මේ hardware devices අනෙක් devices එක වැඩ කරන්න driver software එකක් ඕන. ඉතින් device management එකේදී mainly සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ ඔය drivers install කරන එක, update කරන එක, ඔය වගේ දේවල් ටිකක් වගේම devices enable disable කරන එක, connect කරන එක, ඒ devices වලට communicate කරන එක, ඒවා තමයි device management වලදී වෙන්නේ. So that is the main thing. We can write down that. You can write down that in the note. So please write down driver software. These software programs are used to communicate messages from one hardware component to another. It is facilitating device management and communication. When we install a fresh copy of an operating system, we must install hardware drivers for full performance and enforce efficiency, full performance and support hardware acceleration. when we connect a new hardware device, such as the printer, we must install drivers, but some hardware components are working with default operating system drivers. Within bracket, you can say with default operating system drivers. Example, pen drive. Those are called plug and play devices. Those are called plug and play devices. Okay, so please write down that. And next, let's learn the file management in the operating system. Next, please, let's learn the file management part of the operating system. Actually, to do that, I would like to get the user interface from you. I would like you to share and learn this. So any volunteer can share the screen and start learning file management. Actually, it has many things, right? It has many things. First of all, we have to learn about under file management. We should know file attributes. And we should know file operations. And also file systems. File attribute, file operations, file systems, and disk operations too. So these things we are going to see the practically how we are going to implement these things. Let's see now. Okay, so can any one of you share the screen? So I'll give the chance to others also. So first learn the file attributes. Who's going to share the screen? Be faster, get the chance. If you're getting the chance, it's a bonus to you. I always tell, when there are gems, please collect. Who's going to share the screen quickly? Don't take much time. Okay, Lashen, can you do? So I don't know others are not, it seems like. Gaurava, Lavanya, any one of you, Dimasha, come on, Karan. Vanshika.
Sir, today I'm from mobile.
Oh. Anyone came from the computer? Can you share the screen? Dimasha, can you? Okay. Right. Okay, so let's learn this. Please go to the Explorer, Pute. Please go to the Explorer, File Explorer first. And let's learn the features. Go to the File Explorer. Let's learn the features. First thing is in your File Explorer, when you open, you can see folders. Right? You can see the folders. And you can also see drives. Here, this PC is the main. This PC is the main starting position where you can see all these things. These are called drives. C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, and that is how the things are organized in your hard disk. So in the drive, so let's go to the C drive first. In the drive, you can see folders. Inside the folders, let's go to the Windows folder. Inside the folders, Windows folder, you can see the files. So please scroll down and you can see the files. So these are folders, the yellow color ones are folders. You can see it's mentioned at file folder here, but these are some other files. But so the thing is, you cannot see, you can only see the file name. right? Please go to the bottom. You can only see the file names, but not extensions. But any file will have file name and extension. So please go to view. When you access the view, you can see there's something called file name extensions. File name extensions. And there, if you tick that, you can see the extension of these files. Now you can see this. I have in like exe extension, log extension, exe, hh, exe, log, bin, dll. Likewise, you can see the file name extension. That is very important to know the file name extension because it defines the particular file type, the default program to open it, icon, etc. So it's a decider for many things. Okay, let's go to your desktop first. Desktop. And please create a folder there. Right click new folder. And please go inside the particular folder. Right click new folder. And you can go inside the particular folder and create a file. Right click new. So let's create new, okay, PowerPoint presentation. Also Excel file, also rich text. Right click new. Okay, Word document, Excel worksheet. Yes, create it, text file. Yeah. You have that. Okay, you can see different files are having different extensions, right? Different files are having different extensions. Let's change this txt extension to, let's say let's change this to docx. txt එක මකලා rename කරන්න docx කියලා. docx. මොකද වෙන්නේ එතකොට? docx dot එකක් තියලා docx. What will happen then? So you can see when you change the extension, press enter to change the extension and it will be applied. Right now you can see the Word file. Let's change it to JPG. docx and not JPG දාන්න. නැත්නම් MP4 දාන්න. Okay, so it's a now picture here, JPG file, picture file. So likewise, when you change the extension, it will change the MP4 the video file. Right? So likewise, you can change the extension, and by changing the extension, right? By changing the extension, so you can change the type of file as well as the default opening program. But don't think that it will become actual video file, right? If you double click, you cannot see any video there, right? Because it is just the text file and you cannot see anything. Maybe you will get a message that saying that the file cannot be opened or file is not viewable because it is not actually a video file. Okay, that's it, right? But we know the importance of extension. The next thing is, so please right click on any file and go to the properties. Okay, please go to the Excel worksheet. Right click on the Excel worksheet because it has some data, it seems, and go to the properties. When you go to the properties, you can see the file size is 6 KB. Size on disk is 8 KB. What is that? I may size දෙකක් file එකට. අනිත් ඒවා නම් දන්නවනේ මේ තියෙන file එකේ නම, file name, file extension and the type, and the program which is going to open this file. And if you want to change it, you can change, right? But remember that when you change all the go to the change, change instead of Excel, you can give any other program. Maybe okay, more apps or so mention as okay. Let's mention as Notepad and click OK. Okay, Karanako. And you can see then when you change that, all the Excel files, the default opening program will be changed. Hari. ඔහොම වලට වෙන්න පුළුවන් සමහරට. එතකොට ඔක Excel එකේ නෙමෙයි ආයෙ open වෙන්නේ. තව අලුතෙන් Excel එකක් හැදුවත් open වෙන්නේ Notepad එකකින් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So if you change this, be careful. You have to reset that to the particular real program, right? Okay. So anyway, so I just want to ask, no doubt about the name, no doubt about the extension, no doubt about the type, and no doubt about the file opening program. So, but what is this? Why we are having two sizes? That is my question. Why we are having two sizes in the file? What's the reason? Yes? Reason for having two sizes. Okay. So since no one is responding, let me tell. So let's say you have a cup of water and the capacity of this is 300 milliliters. Just assume the capacity of this is 300 milliliter. That doesn't mean that you have to fill 300 milliliter water. You can maybe fill somewhere here, that is 200 milliliter. So then actually, so if when you're speaking, if you pack this, so actual water level is 200 milliliter, where it consumes 300 milliliter cup. So actually it has 200 milliliter, but it consumes 300 milliliter cup. Similar to that, so let's think about chair and you. If you are sitting on the chair, maybe the maximum size of the chair, there's a width and height. පුටුවක් ගත්තාම මේකට width එකක් තියෙනවා, height එකක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි ඔයා ඉඳගත්තට පස්සේ ඔයාගේ height එක width එක නෙවෙයිනේ පුටුව ගන්නෙ. අර පුටුවේ height එකයි width එකයි. So similar to that, so these files are stored in some unit, and that unit is called clusters. Hard disk has equal amount of clusters in equal size. When you format a hard disk, you decide the cluster size. When you store something, a new file, you have to utilize a cluster. If file is not fully utilized, maybe a file can utilize a full cluster and a half cluster. But the balanced cluster cannot be used by any file. හරියට අපි හිතමු මේක කප් එකක් තියෙනවා, මේකේ තියෙන්නේ ටී භාගයක් තියෙනවා. අනිත් තව කප් එකක් තියෙනවා, ඒ සයිස් මේකේ තියෙන්නේ කොෆි කාලක් තියෙනවා. එහෙම කියලා ටී භාගෙට කොෆි කාල කාටවත් දාන්න බෑ. එහෙම බොන්නේ නැහැ නේද? ටී එක වෙනම තියෙනවා, කොෆි එක වෙනම තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ තමයි. දැන් අපි හිතමු ටී එකක් තියෙනවා, මේ ටී එක කෝප්ප දෙක එකමාරකට සෑහෙනවා. එතකොට ටී එක දානවා මේ කෝප්පෙටත් දාලා මෙතනටත් දානවා. ඉතුරු භාගෙට කොෆි දාන්නේ නැහැ. Coffee you have to start from another new one. So that is the nature. Okay, understood why there are two sizes. When you format, you are going to create clusters. Format cannot clusters හදනවා. clusters වලට fit වෙන්න තමයි මේක එන්නේ. හරි ඕන නම් අපි මේක පොඩ්ඩක් ලොකු කරලා බලමු. අපි බලමු cluster එක size එක ඉස්සෙල්ලාම can you go to the please right click on this right click on this and go to properties. Right click and go to the properties. So when you go to properties, you can see the file system here. NTFS is the file system, but not the cluster size. Okay, just close it. Just right click and go to the format, please. Don't format, but just access the menu format. Format කරන්න ඕනේ. Format එකට යන්න. Okay, can you see this one? Allocation size. This is what I say. Allocation size. That you can change. But when you format it only, you have to change. Format කරනකොට තමයි minimum allocation size එකක් දෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක තමයි අර cup එකේ size එක වගේ වෙන්නේ. දැන් උතන සාමාන්‍යයෙන් තියෙන්නේ 4KB. 4KB නේ දැන් ඔය තියෙන්නේ නේද? 4096 කියලා කියන්නේ. ඇත්තටම 4KB වගේ 4096යි කියලා කියන්නේ 4KB වගේ ප්‍රමාණයක් තමයි පාවිච්චි වෙන්නේ. Right? ඉතින් 4KB පාවිච්චි වෙනකොට so it's using 4KB සාමාන්‍යයෙන් දැන් අර okay, now you can close this. Here file system also you can select from this, right? Okay. So now let's go to the Excel file. Excel එකට යන්නකො Excel file එක අපිට ලොකු කරමු. Excel file එකේ අපි මොනවා හරි data ටිකක් දාමු. Let's put some data, maybe a graphic. It's opening and I think your computer has slowed down with Windows 11 seems, right? Performance අඩු වෙලාද computer එකේ ටිකක්?
Yes, sir.
Slow වෙලා වගේ මට හිතෙන්නේ. හරි ඔතන jan කියලා ගහන්නකො. jan කියලා ගහලා jan කියලා type කරලා JAN කියලා ගහලා ඔකේ තියෙන අර cross එකෙන් මෙන්න මෙතන තියෙන arrow එකෙන් කොනටම ගියාම ආයි auto fill කරන්න මෙහෙම click කරලා drag කරන්න මේ පැත්තට. පල්ලයට drag කරන්න. ඒ වගේ. නෑ drag වෙන්නේ නැහැ උඩටම ගිහිල්ලා අපෝ. මේකේ කොනෙන් අල්ලලා පල්ලයට drag කරන්න. Auto fill both sides. Okay, now we have some data enough, right? Just save it. Save. Okay, close it. Now you have some data and you can see, so right click properties, see the file size. Change to enable. It's still 6 KB, so it's not changed much. It's okay. So right, close it. And again open the file and add more data, maybe more lines. Well, let's insert a picture. Go to insert and insert a picture and that will definitely change the size. No? Insert picture. From there, go to the pictures. Can you see the pictures, illustrations or something? No pictures, right? Okay, add a picture to that and that will definitely change the file size. කැමති එකක් add කරන picture එකක් හොතන්න. Pictures තියෙනවා C වල Windows වල web වල wallpaper. C වල add කරක් කමන්න හරි okay. Right, okay. So now please save it and close it. හරි බලන්නකො දැන් අරගේ size එක වෙනස් වෙලා තියෙනවා. So here when you right click and go to the properties, still not change. Cannot be, right? then වෙනස් වෙලා නෙවෙයි තියෙන්නේ. 572ක් තියෙනවා 572 KB, but it has allocated 576. හරි 576 සාමාන්‍යයෙන් allocate වෙන්නේ 4 ගුණාකාර වලින් allocate වෙනවා. ටිකක් වැඩිපුර. අයි ඉඩ දෙන්න එපා, ඉඩ තියෙන්න එපා, ටිකක් වැඩිපුර allocate වෙනවා 4 ගුණාකාර වලින්. කොහොම තමයි වෙන්නේ. Understood how this file size and size on disk allocated? දැන් අපි හිතමු 572ක් කියලා 572 කියන්නේ මේ කෝප්ප ටික පුරවගෙන යනවා. තව ඉතුරු වෙනවා ඔහොම ගියාට පස්සේ. ඉතුරු වෙන ටික ඒ 572 මේ ඉතුරු වෙන ජුට්ට මෙහෙම දාලා. හැබැයි ඒකටත් තව කෝප්පයක් යනවා. ඒ හින්දා තමයි 576ක්ම ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. Understood why two sizes are there? පුතේ reply කරන්න. ඒ නරක පුරුද්ද තියාගන්න එපා, කතා කරන්න නැති. මොකද ඒකෙන් මමත් වෙහෙසටපත් වෙනවා. අනිත් එක මම දන්නේ නැහැ ඔයගලන්ට තේරෙනවද නැද්ද කියලා එහෙම වුණා. Did you understand this?
Understood, sir.
Okay. Now please close it, and now we know so why there are so different types and actually size and size on disk. So that's the thing. And also now we have learned what is file type, what is file extension, what is file size, and file attributes. File attributes means you can just right click on the file and go to properties, and there are some more attributes. So where you can even hide the file. Here you can make it hidden, you can make a read only, Likewise, you have some attributes available. You can tick that. Yes, tick that and hide and make it read only and apply. Right, then you can see it's hidden. Right, the file is hidden. If you want to take that back, please untick yes, that hidden one, and apply, and you can see the file there. So after hiding, how to see the files? After hiding, how to see the files without using this dial, this one? Okay, Karan, then this will be closed. You can go to view and actually view the hidden files. You can pick hidden items, then it will be showing the hidden items too. Right, that is how, but low color එක පොඩ්ඩක් නිකන් අඩුවෙන් පේන්නේ hidden name, okay, but still you can see the hidden item. And okay, so this is using, right, this is using graphical user interface. Graphical user interface කියන්නේ window තියෙනවා, cursor එකක් තියෙනවා, icons තියෙනවා, menus තියෙනවා, pointer කියලා කියනවා මේකට, windows icons, graphics, pointers, menus. So this is a GUI environment. CLI වලත් මේක කරන්නම පුළුවන්. CLI වලින් මම කරන්න හැටි කියලා දෙන්න. Can you right click here? But when you right click, නෑ පුතේ, එහෙම control එක මොකක්ද? මෙතන right click කරන්න. Right click කරනකොට shift එක ඔබාගෙන right click කරන්න. Please the shift එක press කරගෙන right click. Now you can see open PowerShell or the command line. Open PowerShell. Okay, let's hide this. You can type, so if you want to hide everything, you can type ATT. So if you want to see the attributes, first see the attribute, you can type ATT-RIB. ATT-RIB. Type it and see. ATT-RIB. ATT-RIB. Oh, what a type. එතකොට උතන තියෙනේම attributes පෙන්වනවා. Enter. Okay, you can see all the files are මේ එක file එකක් තියෙනවා hide වෙච්ච එක h කියලා වැටෙන්නේ ඒකට. Other files you can see read only කරන්න පුළුවන් files ඔක්කොම read only කරනවා නම් attrib space plus r space plus r. එතකොට ඔය folder එකේ තියෙන සියලුම files එකතු කිරීම r. All the files will become read only. Enter. Okay, now again type the attrib. Enter. And you can see all the files except the hidden file has become read only. The hidden file is not affected, but still you can apply that to hidden file too. Okay, let's say say you want to hide all files. Attrib plus h. දුන්නා නම් ඔක්කොම hide වෙනවා. එක එක දෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඕනනම් attrib space plus h දීලා space එකක් තියලා අර new text document කියන එකට දෙන්න. new text document කියන එකට එක type කරන්න. n අකුර type කළා new space text. then tab එක ගහනවා එතකොට auto වදී. tab key එක ගහන්න. I tab එක ගන්න. I tab එක. හරි. දැන් පිටිපස්සට ඇවිල්ලා arrow keys වලින් එන්න. arrow keys වලින් එන්න. අර ටික මකලා දාන්න new text කියන එක මකන්න එක ඕනේ. හරි enter කරන්න. Okay, again press attrib and check. Attrib ගහලා check කළා බලන්න. You can see that is HR, hidden and read only, right? You can minimize that and see in the windows also. Make a minimize කළා windows වලත් ඔයාලට බලා ගන්න. මේක පොඩ්ඩක් minimize කරන්න පුතේ. මෙතනත් ඔයාලට පේනව නේද hidden වෙලා තියෙන. ඕවනම් system file විදියට hide කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. To do that, please go back to the PowerShell minimize කරපු එකට යන්න. and you can type ATTRIB space plus S ගහන්න. එතකොට system උත් වෙනවා. Now you can see reset hidden files reset කරන්න බෑ කියනවනේ. ඒක unhide කරලා ඉඳපු attrib -h ගහන්න. එතකොට hide වෙච්ච ඒවා unhide වෙනවා. attrib space -h, then all the files will be unhidden. Then type attrib plus s. Enter. Right, now go and see, minimize and see what has happened to the files. Right, now you can see, please refresh the files. You can see all the files, right? You see it? Cannot be. Okay, go to the PowerShell again. Go to the PowerShell again. Right, now type attrib plus h. Attrib plus h. Plus h. Enter. So because attrib minus s. Minus s කියලා ගන්න. System මේව hide කරන්න දෙන්න. ඒක ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නේ. attrib minus s. හරි අපි එක සැරේ set කරමු. දැන් attrib එකක් ගන්නකො. දැන් කිසිම file එකකට attribute එකක් නැතුව ඇති. normal විදියට ඇත්තේ. enter කරන්න. හරි. read only විතරනේ තියෙන්නේ. ඒවත් අයින් කරනකො attrib minus r ගහලා. එතකොට read only අයින් වෙනවා. minus r. Okay, press enter. So this is how you change the attribute. Then ආයෙත් attrib command එක ගහලා බලන්න මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. I think all the files are now normal. Right, okay. Now type attrib ATTRIB space plus h plus s space plus h space plus r. Now actually we are making these files system hidden and read only plus h plus r read only. Press enter and then you can go and see all the files are now disappeared because all the files have become system files, hidden files and read only files. So the file should not be there, but anyway you have just display the files. That's why you can see that. So please tick hide item click when you click the hidden items here. No. This one, okay. Yes, you cannot see. Again press that. Now you cannot see anything. Even as hidden items, it is not there. It says folder is empty. Actually, is it empty? Because when you tick the hidden items also, it's not there. Is it empty actually? Tick, untick, whatever you do, it's gone. It's not gone, right? You can type the attrib command again. Go to the PowerShell and type the attrib command again. ATTRIB command. Okay, so now we know how these features are set. Enter. And you can see all the files are there, right? But those files are now system, hidden, and read only. That's why you cannot see anything. So if you want to get those files back, please type ATTRIB attrib minus s minus h minus r. And press enter and that will display all the files. Okay, right. So that's it. Now we know how to change the attributes and also the file operations, like how to copy, rename, hide, and get those back. We have idea about that as well. So let's go to the book and see what's given in the book. හරි. දැන් ඔය ටික අනිත් අයටත් කරලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. පොතේ දීලා තියෙන ඒවත් බලමු. In the book, under file management, file name extensions. Right, so you should know how to make new files. Actually, operating system will support to create new files, rename files and folders, arranging the folders, and also copy and paste the files and having backups, deleting the files. That is supported. And file can be read, write, executable. So in Linux also that permissions is there. So here this I'm using Mac OS. If I go to my desktop, CD desktop, and if I ask what is I cannot ask attrib, but there's something called ls-l, which is something similar to that, and it's showing me here directory read write execute, read write execute, read write execute. That means I can read write and execute this directory. So my same group members, mage group ekake kattiya, that means if I am the administrator, the other administrators, those people can also read write and execute, and others, the public, so they can also read write and execute. Means so anyone can read this, anyone can create folders and write to this, anyone can execute. That means double click open, that is possible to anyone. So it's read write execute permissions. And so other than that, so we learned that so there are file systems also. So we saw that there's something called NTFS. If any one of you are having a pen drive, pen drive empty, I can show you the other file systems also. Basically, when a new file comes, file system will register that. Alut file එකක් එද්දි file system එක කරන්නේ file එක register කරනවා. ඒ register කරන විදිහ තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ FAT16 ද. So FAT means you can write down this. What is FAT? FAT means file allocation table. Please write over there. File allocation table is called FAT. NTFS means new technology file system. Anyone having pen drive? pen drive empty pen drive format කරන්න පුළුවන් external memory card එකක් හරි මොකක් හරි තියෙනවා. කාගේ හරි ළඟ තියෙනවා නම් පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද format කරනකොට අපිට මේ file type වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. FAT16 කියන්නේ ටිකක් පරණ එකක්. FAT32 කියන්නේ ඒකත් පරණ එකක්. හැබැයි FAT16 වලට වැඩිය අලුත්. FAT16, both FAT16 and FAT32, it's not having security features much. Ramidu, you have a pen drive, right? Okay. So I'll give you the chance to do the same. Then ext4 is coming for Linux. So these are for Windows, right? This FAT16, FAT32 for old operating systems like Windows XP, Windows 7. So those operating systems was using FAT16, and NTFS is for new operating systems like Windows 8, 8.1, 10, 11. It's using NTFS. ext4 Linux, and Razer file system is also there. And in my computer, I'm having APFS, Apple File Format System. APFS කියලා දෙන්නේ මගේ computer. එතකොට එක එක computers වල එක එක hard disk වල pen drive වල එක එක විදියට file systems හදන්න පුළුවන්. Let's see this practically, right? Because file systems are needed. So let's see this practically. File system is similar to a registration system. When you go and register with institute, for an example, you register